What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Clippers player Reggie Jackson gives a real update on Kawhi Leonard's status, injury status, or his recovery status, however you want to look at it. And, hearing from Reggie Jackson, you can actually go on Sports Illustrated, SI.com, check it out yourself. But, just hearing Reggie Jackson, reading his comments and, hearing him also speak, on Kawhi Leonard is definitely, very uplifting, I'll say, because when you hear from a player like him, you're definitely hearing the real. Reggie Jackson just a couple years ago, maybe a little bit less, was thinking about retiring from the NBA because he didn't think that he can, regain, his confidence and play at the level he once did, but, one of his buddies, Paul George, actually reached out and, said, hey, it might be an opportunity here on the Clippers. And, he joined. And ever since he joined, he's been a revelation. He's been very good. He's been really, really good to the Clippers, and he's played out of his mind, at times, and he definitely helped carry this team, when Kawhi and PG was down last year also, and we all know what he did in the playoffs about a year or almost a year ago when Kawhi Leonard went down the playoffs when everybody thought the Clippers would have won the championship that year. Beating the Suns, if they would have had Kawhi Leonard instead of the Suns going to the finals. He played good throughout the playoffs, and he was a huge part of, their success and everything. So I really was impressed by Reggie Jackson, but at the same time, listen to his heartfelt messages and, even his post game after they lost and how this team saved them and everything. He even talked about it some this year, about the team saving them and everything from him quitting on his NBA career and, all those things. So when you hear comments from a guy like Reggie, you feel like it's just the real coming out because of what he's been through and, how he's rebounded from it, being on this team, having the opportunity to be on this team and play with a championship caliber team. And when he speaks on Kawhi Leonard, he says that, he enjoys seeing Kawhi out there shooting, being active with the guys, doing workouts, lifting, all the things that Kawhi was doing when he was healthy. You see what I'm saying? And making jokes with the guys, in a little spot they have, a little camp they have in San Diego out there where, they're out there working out, playing, and trying to build the chemistry. And it's very good to hear things like that because you want to hear the progression of your best player on the team because, honestly, they're going to go as far as Kawhi Leonard takes them. And you can add Paul George to that too, because Paul George is definitely a huge part of the mix as well, but Kawhi is the main ingredient. You see what I'm saying? So if Kawhi is healthy, we've seen Kawhi just put a team on his back just a couple seasons ago and make it all the way to the finals and win it against a Warriors team that nobody thought Toronto had a chance to beat. Honestly, nobody thought Toronto was going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks really with Giannis and and company. Honestly, I don't think nobody thought Toronto was going to beat Philly until, Kawhi Leonard hit that, amazing, one of the best, probably the best game-winning shot of all time, I would say. Especially, the fact that it was in a Game 7 with everything on the line. That was very impressive by Kawhi Leonard, of course. But here's another opportunity for Kawhi Leonard to carry a team and or help carry a team, be a part of a special situation in LA because this team right here is built from top to bottom. And like I said, I said in other videos, adding John Wall and the pieces that they added, it definitely makes their championship hopes a lot more visible, possible, I should say. So I'm definitely anticipating to see what this team can do, but at the same time, the chemistry has to keep building day by day. And, that's one thing that Reggie has talked about and, spoke on as well. It's all about building the chemistry and getting everybody on the same page, to be at their best and play at their best when it's time to be your best. And that's always playoff time. And I definitely think that, watching Kawhi progress with the guys and playing with them and, trying to get on the same page is definitely, they're definitely going the right direction. Now, I personally believe Kawhi Leonard will be ready for the beginning of the season. season. But if he's not ready for specifically the beginning of the season or something like that, maybe about 10 games in, something like that into the season, that's fine. He still has time to, get back to his old self. He still will have time to, figure out, how to become the player he was before he got injured. And, he'll still have time to, build some chemistry with the guys, hoping that nobody else gets injured. But I do believe he'll be ready for the season along with the guys. And, I'm definitely anticipating to see him play once again, because I feel like I haven't seen him play in so long, but it really hasn't been that long. It just seems that way. So we're all anticipating. We're all ready to see, Kawhi step back on the court, because we know when Kawhi is healthy, he's one of the top players in the league. To me, he's the best player in the league, but he's definitely top 5 for most people who watch basketball would say he's a top 5 player when healthy, because he is, and because he controls both sides of the floor unlike any other player. So, you got to give him credit there, and you got to give him his flowers for that. So, I'm definitely, waiting to see, what the product's going to look like on the floor. Other than Reggie Jackson, other players like John Wall, have spoken, said their piece about how Kawhi has progressed so much, with his injury and everything, and being able to be mobile and move, kind of like the way he was, before he was, injured. You're hearing all these things, and they all sound very positive, and I love the positivity. I really do, but at the same time, we got to see it. We got to be able to see, the product. We got to see the product out there on the floor, and we got to see how it looks. And, right now, the way Kawhi Leonard's looking body-wise, he's looking real beefed up, real strong. And he looks like he's not worried or bothered by anything, which is always a good thing in a situation like, what Kawhi was in. Because when we talk about ACLs, that's always serious, whether it's a partial tear or a full tear. Good thing for him, it was only a partial tear, which actually can benefit him in the long run, that it wasn't like a full ACL tear, So I'm happy that, he's getting through it and got through the surgery, and now he's pretty much progressed all the way back to, pretty much damn near where he was from what we're hearing. Only thing, like I said, we have to just see, him on the floor. We have to see him, in action to see where he is, and I know it might take a month or a few weeks or whatever the case may be once he does step back on the floor to really get his rhythm, but nobody's really concerned about that. Kawhi is a smart guy, great player, Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats. He'll figure out a way to, get his rhythm back, quick enough so they can gel and, build as a team, on the chemistry or the little bit of chemistry they had before Kawhi went out. And, of course, they got to build with John Wall, who hasn't been there at all with them and who's just coming aboard. So, it's a lot of high hopes for the Clippers. And they can definitely do it. They can definitely win it. I don't think nobody in the NBA or no fan out there, whether you're a Clippers fan or not, I don't think no fan would be surprised if they won the championship. Not at all. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But, the Clippers are up for the challenge, and I'm ready to see them play, and I'm ready to see them, take it to another level, because this team definitely has what it takes to do it. They definitely have the coach. They have to have the star player in Kawhi. They got the other players there, the second star in PG. They got the other players there, by committee. That's good enough to win. So this team is really good. This team is, definitely built to do a lot of good things. So I want to see what Kawhi looks like. And when he steps on the court, we'll see where he is. We'll see where he's at. We'll see, where he is in regards to, his confidence being on the floor, and which his confidence never going to go anywhere. But, sometime when you ain't played in a while, you got to find a way to get that second win. That like after the halftime, you got to find a way to get that second win again. So you'll be prepared for the third and the fourth quarter of games. And I think Kawhi might struggle with that a little bit in the beginning, of course, because he hasn't played in a while. And he doesn't really have no basketball rhythm in regards to playing, in a real NBA game for a while. So, of course, the rust is going to be there, but I have no doubt in Kawhi, he'll come back and be the Terminator as he always was, and be the killer mentality type guy that he always has been. And I feel like that type of mentality, and along with him wanting to be like Jordan, as many times as he said he watches Jordan clips over and over and over, as much as he wants to play to that level and be that dominant like somebody like Jordan, it's definitely going to drive him to be the player he once was, the player he was before he got hurt. To probably drive him to be a better player than what he was before he got hurt. So No, not too many worries about Kawhi. I think he'll be fine. And shout out to Reggie Jackson for speaking on the best player on the team's behalf, because I think there's a lot of likeness there, and there's a lot of caring, and it's a lot of more chemistry to be built there. But they definitely like what they have, and a lot of people, including myself, if everybody's healthy, we all, including myself, definitely like their chances of making the finals, bare minimum, and possibly winning it all. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.